Hey everyone, Joe here. Welcome back to my channel. Glad you could stop by today and spend a little bit of time with me. In today's video, I'm going to be working on the mantle in the family room, and I'm continuing the theme with the Bountiful harvest in there that is present on the two windows on each side of the mantle. So I hope you enjoy the process. Don't forget, please give me a thumbs up, comment, I love hearing from you, and subscribe. I'm really going for 10,000 subscribers by Thanksgiving if I possibly can. So once again, I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you enjoy this, and I'll talk my way through this so you can understand what I'm doing. Okay, I'll see you really soon, and my next video is going to be coming up really soon too. Okay, take it easy everybody. Bye-bye. So today I'll be working on the mantle here in the family room, and it's going to coordinate with the window treatments that I did here in the family room. Hold on one second. It's very difficult with the sun coming through, but I'm doing like a bountiful harvest kind of look here. So this same kind of look will translate over to the mantle. So I'm going to get started now by first putting on the garland to serve as my base. All right, so I wanted to show you what I did here. I had this big board, and this is heavy, and what I'm doing is I'm laying it on top of the mantle because, as you can see, I put these nails in here. I would never do that in our mantle. But this is, and notice I put a lot of them in, and this is to hold up the garland, not only for the fall, but also for Christmas, because those of you that know me, you know how much I load into a garland on the mantle, and there's a couple of times that it has fallen down, and I've reviewed this with you already once about the command strips. I don't know if they changed the adhesive or the glue or whatever, but they just don't hold anymore. Last year I showed you in a video that I used bricks in the back and then floral wire from the bricks to the garland, but it always it's always in the back of my mind that it could fall down. So I wanted to show you this. Now I know Marianne always tells me that I do things that are too hard for a lot of people to do, and they might pass over my video because it's too hard. This is not hard. This is just a board, and I put nails in it, and it will hold your garland. But you can do whatever you want. I'm just saying for me, because my garlands tend to get heavy, this gives me a little bit of added security. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use the garland the pieces on the garland and some floral wire to hold it to this board. And we're not going to see the board. All right, so I have the garland up, as you can see, and I have it like leaning forward more than, on top of the mantle. I want this free. And just a word of advice, in the middle of your TV, like right here, this is what reads the remote. So you don't want to put something in front of that, especially like ours is so low like this. So it really doesn't afford me to put a lot of things up here any longer because we got a larger TV. But you want to make sure that that's open, because you don't want to be doing all of this work and then you can't turn your TV off and on, and you're going to have to like dismantle it. So, put it up and then check your remote to make sure that it works. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is I'm going to be putting in some white lights in there. And you can see what I did was, just to give it like a little bit of a glow, I'm going to use these white mini lights. And what I did, it's 100. So I counted to 50, and I put the 50 right in the middle over here so that I have 50 on this side and 50 on this side. Because what will happen is you'll start to, be too dense as you go here, and then you're not going to have anything when you get to the end. So make sure you always do that. And then work with your lights on. I don't know why people work with their lights off, but always work with them on. And what you're going to want to do is make sure that you have the plug on the side where you have your outlet, and then you're just simply going to start putting them in, and hide the wires. So you're going to intertwine in here and hide the wires. Don't have wires all over the place, okay? So as you put it in, go up and down, go zigzag, and you'll have a nice distribution of lights. So the white lights are in now. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to be using these grape lights to coordinate with the circle top windows that are on each side of the fireplace. So it'll pull the whole look together. So although I don't have white lights up there, I do have the grape lights. Here I have the white lights, but I have the grape lights, so it will pull it together. And in the same way, it's a strand here, so I'm going to mark the halfway point, start at that, and then go towards each end, and then fluff out these leaves here. Okay, so there are the grape lights, and I fluffed out these leaves. And the next thing I'm going to start doing is, I think I'm going to start adding in, I have some bigger pieces, and I have to go up in the attic and get them. So I'll show you them as soon as I get them. So I have 8 of these, which I got from the Dollar Zone last year. And they're pretty nice. They have this pumpkin and the gourd on it. And it has the very orange color that is my theme throughout this year. I'm very, very orange this year, and I'm liking it. I know a lot of you out there don't like orange, but you know, it's so predominant in the fall, and I have so much orange stuff, so I am using it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 4 in this direction and then 4 in the opposite direction. So I place these in, and you know, I'm really symmetrical because the room is so symmetrical. And so what I do on one side, I try to do on the other side, without not making it look so contrived, but that it, you know, is pleasing to the eye. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add in some grapes. All right, so I added in the grapes. Next, I'm going to do apples and pears. So for the apples and the pears, you know, they're like styrofoam. So what I do is I obviously I'm not going to hot glue in there because I use them for, you know, 8 million different things. So what I do is I take the floral wire and I just push it in there. It makes a little tiny hole that you don't even see. And then I can use this, now it becomes a pick, that I can use this and wire it to my garland. Okay, so that's all you have to do with that. All right, pears and apples are in. And next I'm going to add in some florals. Okay, so next I'm going to add in some pine cones, and you can see they have a little bit of sparkle on them. They're from Christmas, but you know what? I think it'll add a nice little glow there. So these are going in next. Okay, I think I packed it enough. Marianne didn't yell at me yet that I put too much on, but so I think I'm going to stop now. And you can see I have in here, I added some little gourds in, some of those burgundy mums and some orange kind of fall flowers, the pine cones, the pears, the apples, the grapes, and I finished it off with a bunch of leaves. I also added these 2 hanging pics on each end, again from my Michael grab bag haul. That's really going a long way. That was a good deal that me and Marianne got for all of those florals and pics. So I'm just panning down slowly so you can take a look. I added some ivy just hanging down there. Remember, this is supposed to be like Bountiful Harvest. That's the idea of the 2 windows and the mantle. Now, I just have to finish on both sides and down on the bottom, and that'll be another video. But I wanted to show you the mantle today in its complete form. Let me back up so you can see it from a little bit back further. Well, I couldn't go too far back because the light was making it look like blank, like nothing was there. All right, so that brings us to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you found some tips in here useful that you might be able to use. Don't forget, if you just stumbled on me, take a look through my channel, and hopefully you'll like what you see and subscribe. I'm trying to get to 10,000 before Thanksgiving, and I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe. Like always, drop me a comment, give me a thumbs up, and I'll be seeing you really soon. Okay, everybody, take care. Bye-bye.